This is Andrew Hartnett with my Week 3 presentation on the best practices for giving speeches for our public speaking class. The 3 example videos or speeches I watched were on recycling, school bullying, and smoking kills. Now each speaker, I would say, kind of favored 1 to 2 of the persuasive perspectives, either logos, ethos, or pathos. As a general rule, everyone kind of stuck to the logical appeal as the basis and primary perspective that they took when giving their speeches, because I think the logical tends to deal with the facts and just reason, using reason to explain why your perspective is the one that your audience should take by the time you're done speaking. And then from there you can branch out and make both emotional and ethical appeals. Ethics were involved in almost all of the speeches as well. The school bullying speaker spoke about how the ethical implications of bringing weapons to school, bullying kids until they're prompted to commit violent acts, and other ethical implications of not doing things to take preventative measures against school bullying and the violence that results from it. The smoking speaker also made a lot of ethical appeals. One noteworthy appeal would be that 1 in every 8 people that dies of a smoking-related disease is actually a non-smoker, a victim of secondhand smoke. And I didn't know that as a smoker. And that is certainly somewhat compelling to stop, and at least made me listen to what he had to say as someone who would be the most adverse to hearing his perspective. The recycling speaker also made several ethical appeals in regards to how recycling saves the earth, and it's something that you could do for little to no inconvenience to you, other than just putting a few articles of garbage in a different bin instead of a garbage can. And he used facts such as the fact that this kind of plastic takes so many thousands of years to biodegrade versus other materials that end up taking long times to reintegrate into nature and landfills when they could be recycled and reused instead. When giving an online presentation, I think visuals are probably more important than they are in the context of giving a presentation to a live audience, because by using mediums like YouTube and Vidler, you're already dealing with people that are browsing the internet and they want instant gratification and they want to be immediately engaged by whatever they're doing. It's not like they're stuck listening to someone in a room already, so they might as well give you your attention. If you're not appealing, they're going to go to a new web page, so you have to kind of get their attention within the first minute using engaging visuals and other examples. And I think that this may be more important than the in-person context, because when you're in person, you have more opportunities to use body language, eye contact, and speaking styles to get your points across, whereas when you're speaking through an internet medium, it's a little bit more difficult to make appeals based on body language and eye contact, so you use your visuals to make up the difference. I think also in speaking online, certain things are more important than they would be in a live audience context. Certainly, speaking conversationally, if you come off as reading something, it's a little more understandable in person if you're holding cards and you're looking down occasionally. But if you're speaking to someone through an online video, you kind of want to have your eyes up all the time and not be taking time to read, and you want to sound well rehearsed, like you're ready to go without having to read anything. Also, if you sound very monotonous and you're not conversational, you will lose the engagement of the audience quickly as well. Whereas some other things won't be as important, but I think those things are more important when you're dealing with this medium instead of a live presentation. Perhaps you can get away without using as much body language or being as energetic, since it's already kind of hard to convey those things through a recording of yourself instead of actually speaking to the people. And I think that people may pay less attention to that in an online posted speech versus a live audience speech. So there are some things that are more important and some things that are less important, and it's kind of just using discretion and experience in giving your speeches to know what to use and what not to worry about so much. I hope you enjoyed my video, and thank you for listening.